Today on Carolina News, Josephson Update. We have everything you need to know about the University of South Carolina student who was kidnapped and killed early Friday morning. Father looking for answers. The father of the 5th grader who died after a school fight held a press conference today. We'll tell you why. March for Our Lives. Many gathered to advocate against gun violence over the weekend. Find out how 2 women became allies in this cause.
From the University of South Carolina.
Welcome to Carolina News. I'm Tyra Goins.
And I'm Dominic Delfidio.
We have team coverage with the latest on the University of South Carolina student who was kidnapped and killed early Friday morning. According to authorities, Samantha Josephson was leaving 5 Points when she got into a car she thought was her Uber. 24-year-old Nathaniel David Rowland has been charged in the case. Rowland waived his right to attend his bond hearing. However, both of Josephson's parents attended. Her mother, Marcy, gave a heartfelt statement saying, quote, "He's taking away a piece of our heart, soul, and life. Shame on him. We thought he would be here to see his evil face," end quote. Sunday night, a vigil was held in Josephson's memory. R. Mills Hayes was there as the community gathered to mourn together the loss of one of their own.
Y'all know Sammy was our girl. She would just literally walk in the room and just make you smile, no hesitation whatsoever.
Hundreds gathered to remember the life of University of South Carolina student Samantha Josephson at a vigil Sunday night.
As Columbia and the University of South Carolina continue to mourn the loss of Josephson, we had reporters out getting reactions from the community. Karen Erfilimi is a local business owner and mother who has lived in Midlands her entire life.
I think he needs to spend every day like death behind those bars because he took an innocent life that would have been a great asset, not only for the Midlands, for the future too, that someone was going to look up to. And it really saddens my heart.
Karen has a daughter that graduated from USC 4 years ago. These recent events have caused people across the nation to question the safety of using ride-sharing apps like Uber to make it home after a night out. Frequenters of 5 Points know just how often these ride services are used every single night. But what can you do to safely drive as a passenger in the car of a stranger? Our John Romansky is in 5 Points with some tips on Uber safety.
Thanks, guys. I'm here at 5 Points where Samantha Josephson got into a car she thought was her Uber ride home for the night. And it's easy to understand why. According to Uber's website, any car, make, model, or year after 2004 that has passed just a basic safety inspection can be an Uber car. So any of these cars can be an Uber driver as well. But more experienced riders say they've had their fair share of sketchy experiences with the service, so they have their own safety check before they get into any vehicle. Police say Josephson experienced the same issue when she got into the wrong car and the child locks were activated on the back doors. So this seems to be a recurring problem. We reached out to Uber to see if they were considering any ban on these driver-controlled locks, but they have yet to comment on the issue. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, John. Uber also recommends that you monitor your route throughout your ride home and make sure a friend knows where you are going and who you are with. You can find all these safety tips on Uber's website.
Now let's go out to our Destiny Geddes for our first weather update.
Yes, Tyra, I'm outside here of the Horseshoe, and it is currently beautiful here. Temperatures are sitting at 58 degrees. The sun is out, and it is absolutely beautiful. But coming up later in the show, I'll have your full 5-day forecast and what we can expect for tonight's lows. See you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Destiny. The father of the 5th grader who died after a fight at school held a press conference in Walterboro Monday morning. Raina Wright's father, Jermaine Van Dyke, and his attorneys are urging authorities and the Colleton County School District to release more information on his daughter's case.
And I'm here today looking for justice for my daughter, and I wanted just to find out what happened, how it happened, and who was involved.
According to authorities, it is still too early to know if there will be criminal charges involving the fight that caused Wright's death. A funeral is scheduled for Wednesday in Waterloo. A USC Salkehatchie baseball player died after collapsing during practice on Friday. The Allendale The Allendale coroner says 21-year-old Parker Neff was on the field preparing for practice when he collapsed. Neff was taken to Allendale Hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. The autopsy was scheduled for this morning at 8 a.m. Neff played shortstop and third base and was a South Carolina native. USC Salkehatchie, also along with other universities, tweeted on Saturday expressing their condolences to Neff's family.
The Columbia Police Department is investigating a shooting today that took place on Saturday night, leaving one man dead. Investigators say the shooting took place at Lakeshore Apartments on Garners Ferry Road around 7 p.m. 27-year-old Stacy Rose was identified as the victim. He was rushed to Prisma Health Richland Hospital, where he died of a gunshot wound to the upper body. Columbia police say this was an isolated incident, and they have not identified a suspect, and no one has been arrested. If you have any information, you're asked to call 1-888-CRIME-SC. The city of West Columbia will be placing 21 recycling and 21 trash bins around high-populated areas. The city won a $25,000 solid waste and recycling grant from the South Carolina Department of Health and Control. The twin bins will be in places like Sunset Boulevard, Meeting Street, and Triangle City. Coming up next on Carolina News, many people gathered at the State House for March for Our Lives over the weekend. Stay tuned to find out why two women have come together to advocate against gun violence.